Here's a flyover. I did add some flowers, a little yellow. And then our bird with a little white accent, leaf, and another flower. And then the beautiful pour underneath, which I think turned out pretty good for using FLOETROL. Okay, a US FLOETROL, by the way. There's a nice flyover. I hope you enjoyed it. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal, and I am happy that you're joining me today. Today, what I wanted to do was do a bird on a canvas and do a pour, fluid art, in other words, across the bird. But we're going to have the bird all outlined with puffy paint, which will naturally will rise as the painting dries. And I sketched out, I think, the cutest little bird, and it's going to be a little challenging because I wanted to go ahead and put in leaves, and things like that, because he is sitting on a branch. So that's all I'm doing, is kind of drawing our cute little bird. And by the way, I really recommend getting good pencils. This is a HB, and it's an Amazon Basic, but I find them, it was Dowler and Rowney is the pencils. I've got some of those, but they were getting so old, I decided to buy some more. So, and I'm happy I did. They are really wonderful to use. Okay, I just need a strong outline so that when I use the puffy paint, I can see what I'm doing. I'm almost got the beautiful bird done. Just need some leaves. And some branches. Like so. And a leaf. One of these cute little cattails. So that's going to be kind of challenging to do through the paint, but we're going to give it a try. I think they're so adorable. I got some kind of like a little point on the end, if I remember right. And let's bring this branch around. And it also has a leaf. Like that. Okay, and we get that coming down. So that's, excuse my sniffing, the allergies get me so bad. Alright, and then there was another leaf here. I was wanting to incorporate something like that. And of course that's our main branch that's coming down like that. And our bird is just happily perched up here. It's so cute. Hoping I can make its little legs look good and like it's hanging on to the branch. Alright, I don't know how good my drawing is here. Let me see, this is pretty. I forgot I wanted to get a leaf up here too. that. And let's see, that needed to come up here. Something like that. And, oh, down here, yep. I had sketched that part, so make it a little darker. This was a cactail that don't look very cactailish. So I think I'll try to help it out here a little bit. They're so cute. We just needed something here at the bottom. Something like that. Okay, that's pretty good. Good composition anyway. Alright, we'll get our puff paints out and see if we can't bring this cutie pie to life. Okay. This is what I mean with puffy paint. I don't know if you've seen it before. The brand is Castle. And I'm just going to choose a color that I wouldn't normally use a whole lot of, because all I'm wanting to do right now is to have that good outline and it pop up under the paint. So, let's see. I am going to go for, what am I going to go for? Don't know here. Maybe some hot pink, because I wouldn't normally use it. So let's try that one. Alright, that looks like it's going to work really good. And this is just a bottom coat. You won't see the pink. Our final line, that will determine after we've done the paint pour. So get your Castle choice. Give it a squeeze. And begin to outline your bird. And sometimes it messes up and you just go back and fill in the line just like that. This one's doing it a lot. There we go. I'll come up here and try my hand at the cattails. Go. That. Don't do too much talking. don't want to mess up. Go. Let's see, that was the leaf there. Oops, got a little bumpy there. And it happens, just forge on. That. Let's look at these little cattails. That. Okay, doing pretty good here. Go. It's a little tough when you're trying to do little lines like you see me doing here, but it's doable. And it's a lot better than the glue gun. I see a lot of artists that use the glue gun and then they put paint over the top of it when it's all done, which is difficult too. I really fell in love with the puff paints when I discovered them. I was like, yay, no more glue gun. getting pretty close. Here. That. Okay, we're getting close, almost done. There we go. Good. Oh, wow. There we go. Let me make sure you can see everything. I hope you did. I have found sometimes I'm out of the frame for you. All right, so that's done. Yay. And it didn't take very long at all. Now, if I were to do this with the glue gun, because I have experience with that glue gun, it would have taken me a good hour. And with the puffy paints, it took me, what, 5-10 minutes to do? So I really endorse them. And the castle seems to give me absolutely no troubles. When I'm done with using one, though, I always, a good tip is to take one of these little bobbins and stick it in there. That way it's nice and ready to go for the next time you want to use it. Nice and tight shut. Now what we'll do is we're going to pick out the colors that we're going to do a flip cup on. Yeah, flip cup. That, I'm back and forth, either a swipe or a flip. I'm not sure which one yet. But let's put away the puff paints and let this dry. I'm going to put a little bit of cool blow dryer air on this so that we can speed up the process a little bit and move on to the paint part. So here we go. Let me give you a little idea on the colors that we're going to be using. Looks like my camera might be a little wonky here. Make sure everything's in there. Okay. This is going to be all Arteza. And this color here is Pearl Copper. And it's a translucent mica. Very, very beautiful color. Love this color. We're going to be using that color. We're also going to be using the gold by Arteza as well, and it's a semi-transparent. And we are going to be using this ultramarine blue, which is full transparent. And by the way, in case you missed the video that I had out on all these, when you look at your tube of paint, you usually will get an indication on whether it's opaque or whether it's translucent, and or the slash, which is semi-translucent. Okay, so this one's translucent. Then I wanted to come in with some burnt umber, and it is an opaque, excuse me, turn it around there for you. Alright, and then we want some Phthalo, I'm not saying it right, Phthalo blue, and it is in the semi-transparent category. And then I thought about possibly bringing in this fluorescent blue, and it's a semi-transparent as well. So we have 6 of them. Now, my pouring medium is going to be different this time because I want to try it out. And what I want to try out is the, move that over, US FLOETROL as a pouring medium, and silicone. And, you know, cells are not that important to me. Just, you know, painting the bird is what's important. Okay, now we're gonna mix. Now I put my US FLOETROL in this jug because it's nice, easy to handle. Also, you want to give the US FLOETROL a very good shake, which I have been doing. And I also suggest being able to get off the lid. But I'm kidding around. I have cheesecloth, okay, there. And that's to catch any kind of particle, you know, lumps or bumps, they call them in the American FLOETROL. So, what we're going to do first is, make sure you can see, or try to, I'm going to start out with this opaque brown. And what I do is I take 3 drops, and that's a gentle squeeze. Maybe. I don't know if I've used this brown tube yet. I think it might, yeah, it's brand new. So let me take the inside part out. That way it'll give us our drops into our cup. Sorry, this isn't a see-through cup. That would be a lot better. Well, 1 dropped in there. That was very small. So it's about 3 drops, and there's always a little at the end. So I'm ready with my stick. I don't want to waste any paint at all. Okay, so I've got a little bit of that in there, and we can always add more if it's not a strong enough color. Then take your FLOETROL, and you're going to pour it. I pour it, okay, as you can see it's flat there. I pour it, make sure there was nothing in there. Okay, I pour it in a little at a time. And to cover at least 3 to the drops that I did. Okay, and then bring it up. And let's see, give it a stir. I need a napkin for my hands here. Let me grab this. And there we go. Alright, so then we just begin to mix. And you mix and you mix and you mix when it comes to FLOETROL. And remember, this is the American FLOETROL. So it's not going to be as great as the Australian. But I am trying to use the US FLOETROL because the other is too expensive, and I'm constantly doing fluid art now. I do that more than I do my watercoloring or anything these days. I'm going ahead and pouring some more in here. Get it to stop dripping there. And give that a stir. And that's based on the consistency, by the way. That's all I'm doing, is trying to get it to where it runs off the stick like runny honey, they call it. If you can see it or not. Just runny honey. All right, so we've got one of the colors mixed. We'll put in the silicone in the end. So I'm going to do the same thing you just saw me do with every color. There's 6 colors altogether, okay? All right, I'm going to do these and be back. Real quick note while I'm thinking about it. The US FLOETROL softens the colors and gives them a very soft effect. That's why, a lot of times I've seen, everyone trying to get sales from the FLOETROL. I'm really not doing that. I like the way that it makes my paint just nice and soft. It softens the colors. All right, that was a thought. Back to mixing the rest. And oops, forgot another thing. I do the FLOETROL, and then I give it a healthy squeeze of Liquid X pouring medium. And when I say a good dollop, I want to say it's 2 to 1 to the paint. The little 3 drops of paint. And then the FLOETROL, and then a good of the pouring medium. Don't you love how I don't measure? It's bad, really. I should be measuring, but I find it that I do it so much, I kind of know what consistency that I'm after. And I'm not sure if I've used this blue or not. It may need to be. Yeah, I haven't. I wish I had gotten Prussian blue. Is this Prussian? Yeah, Prussian blue. Or French ultramarine, which is a beautiful color. I may mix a little bit. We'll see. All right, so 3 drops. There we go. There's always a little tail, so have your stick ready. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. Also, I put in 3 drops of silicone by Treadmill, just to let you know that. I'm going to go ahead and, oops, I think I forgot this one. There. It won't hurt if it's an extra drop. Okay, and my fingers feel like I got it on it. There we go. Better. Then we're going to just give it a good stir. Oh, I'm on camera doing it. I'll give you a break, guys. Okay, I'm going to use 2 of these little cups. And since I'm doing everything so different with my own pouring medium, we're going to pray it works. And also, I'm going to do a double cup. One with more of the colors that I want. And then the other color, more of a sky color. Let's see here. How about some, I'm going to start out with some gold over here. It's awful close, isn't it? Okay. And, all right. Back to filling our cups there. Okay, the next color I wanted to bring in is some brown. Excuse me, some titanium white. And I am doing that on both of them. There we go. And I wanted to come in with some of this pretty French. Well, let's see here, what color? Let me think here just a minute. I think I do want some gold over here. Okay. And I think I'm gonna do a lighter color gold over here. There. And some blues next. Or maybe a little brown. Go. White. Like that. Come in with some blue. Blue is a really strong color, so I'm going really light on that. I'm even going to hit it up with a little bit of white. Just like that. Right. Now, we're going to come in with some of this pretty blue over here. And I'm also just kind of curious to see what two different cups are going to look like done this way. So we're experimenting somewhat. Okay. Bronze. There, and just for fun I'm going to top it with some turquoise. And I think we have full cups now, enough to fill our pretty canvas. And I actually wanted to get just a little bit of this lighter gold. Okay guys, our cups are full, and the first one that I'm going to do is the first one, get it stuck on there, and then I'm going to have to do one of my awful pours, which I apologize for, guys, ahead of time. This way, easy. Make sure we get you back in frame, because I've done that before. Alright, and I saw somebody use a trick to flip their cup. Let's see, how do they do that? Just like that. Oh, that worked out wonderful. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of tapping and let the paint from the bottom run to the down and silicone to rise up. And I see a little hijacker. Looks like my cat's hair. If I can get it out. There we go. All gone. Always keep a pair of tweezers handy. I'm going to check to see if we're all into, that you can see everything. There we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is release it. Maybe. There we go. Alright, pretty empty cup there. And then we're going to do here, same way. Alright. Boy, we got cells right off the bat, didn't we? That's nice. That's U.S. FLOETROL. Not bad, right? It isn't bad. So I'm just going to move it a little bit. I like that blue, so I'm going to try to keep it our cells are all stretching. Try to get off some of that. And then come back this way. Because I don't want thick paint either, by the way. Because we want that bird to emerge. Help that along a little bit. And then I'm going to bring this back up to the center. Help that corner go. And trying to think what else I want to do. Everything looks really good. Not too thick. Perfect. And we're going to lay it down. And wipe our gloves here. I need to get another box of gloves. I tell you, you can go through some gloves, can't you? Was that on? Yes, good. I thought for a minute, uh-oh, did I turn the camera on? I did. All is well. All right. It's different. I'm hoping it'll go with the bird. And like I said, that puffy, the paint should sink and when it's drying and give us a beautiful outline of the bird that you saw me draw and the leaves and all that good stuff. I did lose some green, which I'm disappointed about. I wonder if I could go like that and see if any green will come back. can see how much that blue really does take over. Okay. I'm beginning to see some of the lines now. Because we want a thin layer, not such a thick layer that we lose the puffy paint. So that's why you're seeing me do this. I know. Walking it around. Alright, I like that. When I lifted it up and to the side, I can see some of the drawing. When I'm painting, it's like my brain turns off and I can't think of words. Okay, let me have a drink of water. And take a gander. Yeah, well, I did want a little more green, but I'm liking the colors. That the FLOETROL really, well, and the Liquid X is glossy. So that's maybe why I'm getting so much beautiful glossiness about it. So let's go ahead and torch. I have no idea if this will even make a sale. It's not my normal recipe. I'm trying something different. I'm seeing no results here at all. Not even any little ones. No little ones either. Well, U.S. FLOETROL gives very funny cells, which like I said, it wasn't my main idea to have cells. So, but it gave me some very big ones. But the torching doesn't seem to affect it at all to get anything more. So that is going to be it. I've torched all I can torch, otherwise I'll burn it. Okay, there we are. I am not disappointed with it. It is going to be charming once everything's melted in. And I'm hoping that blue hit that bird. That's what I was trying to do as well. Get that bird hit. And then, of course, the brown with the twigs and things like that. So, there we go for now. And I will see you back in probably 2 days, I would say. And if it's any sooner, yay! Because I love doing these. These are a lot of fun. Okay, if you've never done it, give it a try. It just makes great art. Alright, for now, this is it, and I will be back to finish when it is dried. Here's a flyover. I did add some flowers, a little yellow. And then our bird with a little white accent. Leaf and another flower. And then the beautiful pour underneath, which which I think turned out pretty good for using FLOETROL. Okay, a US FLOETROL, by the way. There's a nice flyover. I hope you enjoyed it.